We are what we do, and we do what we must. Hello to one and all. This is the Holy Hermit, and this is my very first video on YouTube. And today I'm playing a game called Diablo 3, a game most of you must have heard about. I'm playing the character class called Monk, and I'll be looking at a few skills Monk has, something unique about him, something that's not been explored yet, and my own personal way, so to speak, to play with the Monk. I start by choosing any quest you can pick up from Act 3 to 1, doesn't matter. The principal aim of this video is to show you how different Monk is, and there are different ways to approach the character itself. Now what I'm trying to say here is breaking the normal norms of playing as a monk, and by that again I mean is playing without mantra of conviction overall. Hey, playing without fists of thunder. All these simple skills, thunderclap, I'm sure almost 90% monks use it. It's a great skill indeed. That's the reason why everyone uses it. Also, cyclone, right? If you're running sweeping wound, why don't run cyclone? Get all the lifesteal from it, right? Again, a beautiful skill, a very useful skill. But there are other ways to play monk, right? The game developers didn't intend this character to be played in just one simple way. And here I am giving you a different approach to farming and playing as a monk. Now we've all seen videos where you have different characters. Hey, barbs lead the way, right? WWbarbs, where you'd put on a Leoric signet, have a nice hellfire ring on, and hey, why not? Put a ruby in your helmet, and there you are, you've got that bonus experience. Put on some barb, have a nice gear on, and then you can farm, dance around, and get amazing XP per hour. That's well and great. But what about monks, right? Well, here you see on the screen, my monk, running around, almost like a barb, ain't he? But he's got a bit of monk twist to him. It's almost personal to monk, is that what I'm trying to say? It's not barbarian like, it's more nimble, it's more quick. And the most surprising thing of all, look at the spirit over there. Another most common way people play monk is, again, the only way they would spend their spirit, the most important resource a monk has, of course, equivalent to Barb's Fury, or the unstable arcane ability of a wizard, is what we have our spirit. And it's usually spent by all characters by pressing different buttons, hey, trying different skills on. But in case of monk, this is all very static, is it not? All we use it for is casting mantra of conviction overall again and again. That's the only time when we use this skill. But here I am showing you a different way, aren't I? I've got this strange looking setup, no thunderclap as I said earlier, no cyclone, no overall, yet I'm running very fast. I do have the 25% movement speed on my gear, indeed I do, but that's not all now, is it? I also have tailwind, but the problem with that is some monks do try it, it's all well and good, but what about spirit, right? The spirit runs out very soon. Even if you start with exalted soul and you have 250 spirit for starters, you simply can't generate spirit fast enough for you to run around like the way I am. But I am doing it somehow now, aren't I? So here it is, my very first secret. The way I generate so much spirit is I have high spirit region. Now you can get that from gear if you have godly amount of money, which I don't. I'm just a humble guy with a humble monk, right? The true part of a monk. All I get from my gear is 2 spirit region, and that's from a helm. You can get that from around 1 million in auction house. Rest all of this, believe it or not, I generate 11.5 spirit per second, and the rest of the spirit comes from the skills. Of way of working around these skills to the left and right to put something in, take something out, and you can get such high spirit regeneration that I can run almost as fast as a barbarian. I can almost farm as fast as barbarian. And here's a little secret, if I may. So what I do with this monk here, the first move you will see is the crippling wave, right? No way of 100 fists, no way of fist to thunder, it's the crippling wave. What this skill allows you to do, if you add the spirit regen ability to it, you generate spirit every time you crit someone, and when you crit someone you gain 5 spirit. Now that's not all this thing offers. What it offers you more than any other spirit regeneration skill is more targets you hit, the more spirit you will regenerate. And since it has this sweeping motion, so the first slap, the so-called, it is almost like a Tai Chi version of monk, is it not? The first palm strike or a slap, you get no spirit. The second one, well, you do get spirit, I'm sorry, but you don't get much of an area-wide coverage. In the first one, you get 180 degree arc. The second one, you get 180 degree arc, and in the third one, you do a complete circle. hence you hit everything and everyone around you. You gain so much spirit out of it. Now that's the first trick. The second thing is to use sweeping wind. The good old sweeping wind. I highly recommend every monk to use it. It's one of the most fun, the most powerful moves monk have. More powerful than even Wave of Light. And you use it in different ways. You can put Cyclone on it, definitely. It'll give you a nice DPS boost. It'll even give you lifesteal. But hey, we're after speed, right? We want to get this level up faster. We want to reach Paragon 100. If not, it's just a different change in pace, is it not? You play with the same class setup all the time, you eventually get bored of it. But here, if you put Sweeping Wind, and rather than having Cyclone, you put Inner Storm on, whenever you reach this third stack, which you will, you gain 3 spirit every second. So imagine the 5 spirit regeneration from your strikes that you get from Crippling Wave. Every time you crit someone, you also get 3 spirit when your stack's full on. Now the third skill is a Wave of Light. Now this is my spirit spender, this is my primary spirit spender. This is also how I deal most amount of damage. And what I use in conjunction with that is Empowered Wave, where the cost of the whole Wave of Light is reduced to 40 spirit. Now I have 240 spirit in total, but I only have, 40 spirit to spend, so I can spam this as long as I want. Another little secret, if I may, is the healing, Mantra of Healing. And in Mantra of Healing, you see I have a skill called Circular Breathing, a rune so to speak, that gives me more spirit regeneration. Now you see on the screen my attacks per second at 2.4. It's a fairly balanced thing. It's a fairly balanced monk really, and you see at the moment there my spirit per second is 9. But if I reach the third stack of Sweeping Wind, that's gonna go higher, right? And if I times that with my Crippling Wave, I get almost infinite spirit regeneration. Here's this little secret to my monk. This is how I play as monk. This is just one way I always play as monk, but this is the fastest way if I can farm. Look at the spirit bar over there, look how fast it's regenerating. If you want to change your Tailwind to another skill, which requires, I believe it's the first one, the Flurry one, where your cost of Sweeping Wind gets lowered, you can almost infinitely run around the map without stopping. Wow, that is surprising, is it not? Now that's my monk for you. Here I am running aimlessly again, running around the whole whole map so to speak. And this has been my monk. If you got any questions, by all means please feel free to answer. As I said, this is my first video and we all start at some point. But I would like to thank all of you who watched my video, and hey, this is my start, is it not? So thank you all for listening to me, and I hope you have a great day ahead. Thank you and bye bye.